while I was working on this video, there was some mild discourse on Twitter over Terry Funk. In all honesty, for a long time, I always thought Funk was a good wrestler, but I just figured there was something about him that I didn't quite get. I saw the Flair matches and thought they were good, but they didn't blow me away. But recently I've delved deeper into his career around the anniversary of his passing and tried to take a better look at who many of my favorite wrestlers would call the greatest of all time. Especially looking back at his pre-89 return stuff, I just couldn't help but be mesmerized. There was never a moment where Terry Funk is in the ring and I'm not invested 100%. Particular highlights being the especially great brawl with Hanson ending in him getting strangled to near death by a bull rope, and his many tags with his older brother and legend in his own right, Dory Funk Jr., against the aforementioned Hanson and Bruiser Brody. With all that I've seen now, and still knowing that I have barely scratched the surface, I can confidently say that there is and will only ever be one Terry Funk. So today I'd like to take a look at Terry Funk and one of my favorite matches of his. Perhaps not a niche choice, but one I adore still. A match that will live on forever.
I get no kick from champagne. Mere alcohol doesn't thrill me at all. So tell me, why shouldn't it be true? I get a kick out of brew. There's only one beer left. Rappers screaming all in our ears like we're deaf. Tempt me, do a number on a label. Beat up all the MCs and drink them under the table like it's on me. Put it on my tab, kid, however you get there. Foot it, cab it, iron horse it. You leave it on your face, forfeit. Across the mic, hold it like the heat, he might toss it. Told her, tell him they stole it. He told her he lost it. She told him get off it and a bunch of other more shit. Getting money, DTs be getting no new leads. It's like he eating watermelon, stay spitting new seeds. It's the weed, give me some of what he drooping off. Soon as he wake up, choking like it was whooping cough. They groupin' soft. First hour at the open bar and they trooping off. He went to go laugh and get some head by the side road. She asked him autograph her derriere red to wide load. This yard bird tastes like fried toad, turd, love villain. Take pride in code words, crooked eye mode, nerd geek with a cold heart. Probably still be speaking in rhymes as an old fart. Study how to eat to die by the pizza guy. No, he's not too fly to skeet in the squeeze a eye, and squeeze a thigh. Maybe give her curves a feel the same way she feel it when he flow with nerves of steel. They call her super when they need their back plumbing fix. How is only one left? The pack coming 6. Whatever happened to 2 and 3? A herb tried to slide with 4 and 5 and got caught. Like what you doing, G? Don't make him have to get cutting like truancy. Matter of fact, not for nothing right now, you and me, looser than a pair of Adidas. I hope you bought your spare tweeters. MCs sound like cheerleaders, rapping and dancing like Redhead Kingpin. Doom came to do the thing again, no matter who be blingin'. He do it for the smelly hubbies. Seeds know what time it is, like it's time for Teletubbies. Few can do it, even fewer can sell it. Take it from the dude who wear a mask like a tarted helmet. He plot shows like robberies. In and out, 1, 2, 3, nobody's pleased. Run the cash and you won't get a wet sweatshirt. The mic is the shotty, nobody moves, nobody get hurt. Bring heat like the boy done go on the wall. He came in the door and everybody on the floor. A whole string of jobs like we on tour. Every night on a score, coming to your corner store.
Terry Funk has this magic about him. As sincerely as I adore other wrestlers like Bryan Danielson and Genishiro Tenryu, as I look more extensively into Funk's work, he just has something about him that no wrestler before or since could replicate. Terry Funk is real. Not in the same way that Yoshiaki Fujiwara or even the aforementioned Genichi Tenryu are real. Those guys have a way of making their form of violence look gritty and realistic, as if you were actually watching a fight, and in some cases, you were. Terry Funk presents himself with an absurdism unique only to pro wrestling, and through his sheer performance alone, makes you believe. He makes you buy what he's selling. It's real, less in technique than in feeling. In that way, it kind of is a magic trick. He lures the viewer in, never sacrificing the over-the-top nature of pro wrestling, but there will never be a single second where you think about it as anything other than a real and sincere struggle. It's only instead of pulling a quarter from behind your ear, he punches Terry Gordy's, and you believe it with the same childlike wonder you would the other. The pairing with his brother further emphasizes this. Terry Funk is everything Dory Funk Jr. is not. Where Dory is stern, sturdy, and rigid, Terry is punch-drunk, in and out of consciousness, loose. Where Dory is solid, precise in execution, Funk sways back and forth with the fight, haphazardly throwing punches. Throughout this match, too, Dory does act as a solid anchor, whilst Hanson and Gordy are all too eager to match Terry Funk's freak. He's the stony shore in which Gordy, Hanson, and Terry crash against again and again like the tide. Dory is so particular with his offense, delivering pristine uppercuts and elbows, and being all too stern with his mat work, that when you see his brother, Terry does things you didn't even think were possible. Even the small things, like draping himself over the rope to grab a handful of Hanson's hair, show his demeanor in opposition to his brother. And when Funker does finally get in the ring, it just feels different. It's a tone shift. After Dory spends so long trying to get out of an arm stretch, when he finally does and Funk gets the hot tag, it feels like seeing color for the first time. The way he moves and emotes, how he puffs out his chest in response to the chops and winds back his fists for every single fan in the arena to see before nailing his opponent with a punch. Dory plays his role perfectly in the early stretch to make every single thing that Terry Funk does feel all the more special. And when we think about selling today, I feel like we forget what that word literally means. At its very core, when it comes to selling the fan on an emotion, on a feeling, on an idea, not asking you but making you buy in, making you believe, Terry Funk is the best in the world. Draped and hung up in the ropes, you buy that this is a mugging, that this is ripping every single ligament in Funk's knee as Hanson and Gordy attack it. It feels dastardly, and that makes the moment of Dory Jr. always the straight man, never one deviating far from the rules, so much so that he doesn't even deliver closed fists. It makes him going to the other side of the ring to put a stop to his little brother's mauling all the more emotionally resonating. There's a dirtiness about it, the way Gordy pulls on Funk's leg and Hanson throws his audibly stiff kicks with reckless abandon, the way Funk collapses in a pile of blood and tears, scratching and clawing his way out of the corner, desperately reaching for his older brother. God. And they work the tag to perfection. Terry hopping on one leg, punching out Gordy. Gordy immediately paying the karmic consequences for attempting the spinning toe hold. And finally, Funk is able to wiggle free of Hanson's grasp to hobble over to his brother and make the tag. And to see the grizzled old catch wrestler in Dory fire off dropkicks like it's 2024 is incredible. There's this brilliant moment as Dory is getting his shine that I love, when Gordy is able to suck the life out of the arena by cutting Dory off with a power slam, but gives younger brother Terry a chance to repay the favor in saving Dory from defeat this time by breaking up the pin. In what is built as their last ever match in Japan, Terry is able to save his older brother like he saved him so many times before. Even in the end, as Dory rips Hanson away from his brother to the outside, it feels like the all too likely result of this match is a no contest. Gordy climbs the top rope, and Terry struggles and fails to get up with his bad knee. One way or another, it feels like disaster is looming. But Funk moves. As Dory and Hanson brawl, the ever-reckless Terry Funk climbs to the top rope, bad leg and all. If this fails, it means disaster. A disgraceful exit from Japan for the Funk brothers. He gets to the top, and
トップロープに上がった。おっと、うまく回転エビ型でこれが決まったか。決まったか。韓国で見事な回転エビ型で。
It's hard to overstate how well-renowned this match is, let alone the promo afterwards. It's the first of many retirements for Terry Funk, and despite anyone with any knowledge of Funk going into this knowing better, you can't help but believe. This is it. Funk barely secures the win for him and his brother, hobbling to victory on one leg covered in blood. And as he struggles back to his feet, held up by his older brother, Terry sobs into the mic. Tears and blood mix and stream down his cheek as he affirms his love.
Japan, number one, forever and ever, forever, 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 sayonara. Goodbye, I love you.
It's a heartbreaking goodbye, but the Amarillo boys go out on their own feet, even if they have to hold each other up. And you know what they say, it's never goodbye, just see you down the road.
The party time has come. Touch your heart and say goodbye to you. Sayonara, Boku, Ianai.
Sorry, it's been a minute since my last video. I've been busy with work, life, etc. I was planning on a larger project, but it will take much longer than I expected and needs much rewriting. But in the time since my last video, this channel reached 200 subscribers. Truly something I never expected. I was surprised when 50 people wanted to watch my videos, let alone 200. A big thanks to Kim Justice. It was such a lovely surprise getting a mention, along with several other lovely people. You should really go check out all of them. But yeah, thank you for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed.
With their man, smoking American cigarettes.